Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Bram. I talk about all things fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, and travel. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit subscribe, become a member of my growing YouTube family. Also, hit the bell notification so that you are notified when I upload videos, which is typically Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but you never know. Sometimes it can change. Also, I know it is early in the video. Obviously, I haven't even spoken about anything yet, but when you feel so inclined, if you do, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. All right, guys, I'm also going to put my Instagram handle over here so that you can come follow me over there if you are not already. All right, guys, a little note of business before we get into the worst trends of 2025. If you have been here before, you might know we are in the throes of a giveaway. So basically, I'm going to link everything below. Everything will be linked in the description box, including the giveaway, the initial giveaway video. Basically, what I need you to do is we are super close to 3,000 subscribers. And that is a huge thank you to everybody who has subscribed, who continues to support my channel endeavor here. I truly appreciate you. So we're very close to 3,000, which means that I would like to give something back to you guys. So once we hit 3,000, I am going to give away 3 Labubus. Yeah, so 3 people will win or more. I've said that in a few videos. I might have some more Labubus coming. If I do, I will add some more. But for now, it's absolutely 3 Labubus will be sent off to 3 different winners once we hit that 3,000 number. So all of the rules and everything are below. Basically, it's super easy. All you need to do is subscribe here and share one of my videos with somebody that you think would also like the content. And that way you will get 1 entry into the giveaway. If you want to come follow me over on Instagram as well, I will be giving out an extra entry for that as well. So there is a giveaway post in my feed. You'll go over to Instagram, you'll follow me there. You will either comment somebody's name on the post or you will share it with them. Either way. And that will give you your second entry. So you can get 1 entry, you can get 2 entries, and obviously 2x your chances of winning. So that is what the deal is, guys. And again, thank you so much for getting us to almost 3,000. I mean, I truly appreciate it. All right, so let's talk today. I wanted to talk about the 2025 trends that I absolutely dislike. Now, I mean, I always say this because I don't really I feel like my channel is not about negativity. I like it to be light and fun and enjoyable and positive for the most part. Like, yeah, we talk about things that we don't like, but I know that negativity sells and I know that people like to click on, like, it works like that, whether it's the algorithm in general that pushes out negativity more, or if it's just like people's, I don't know, like interest in negativity, I guess, that like gets more views. I know that that is a thing. I don't know. I don't know which it is. I have a feeling it's a little bit of both, but I don't like to talk about too much negativity on here. And obviously stating my opinion is not negative, but I don't want anybody who loves these, who loves these trends of 2025 to feel like I am, just like talking shit about what you like. So I apologize in advance. I hope nobody gets offended. It's all in good fun, of course, right? So let's go. I was gonna say it's funny. Like I feel I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. It's an odd thing to film and talk to yourself for hours on end, but I am fully aware that not everybody likes what I like as well. So I think it's kind of funny. Like I'm wearing, first, guys, this is one of my newest Tony Alhamo jackets that I have like been into lately. This one is, it's called Crime Stoppers. I have a picture on my Instagram of the back of the jacket. It's called Crime Stoppers, and it is an Arizona. I know it's backwards. An Arizona version of his jacket. So I am super excited about it. I love it. I know that the things that I like are not what everybody else likes. So I'm fully aware. So like I said, if you guys like the trends that I'm going to be talking about, then by all means, do you. I, you know, the thing that I most enjoy about fashion in general is that everybody has their own style, their own taste. Well, not everybody, but especially when we're interested in style, like a lot of us do. And I really find like I love to people watch. I love to see what other people are wearing. And it really has nothing to do with whether I would wear certain things for myself. It has everything to do with the fact that I enjoy watching and looking at other people's like personal styles. And I can think that something looks good on other people and not think it looks good on me. You know what I mean? And actually, some of the things I'm going to talk about are exactly that. It's not all things that I hate. It's just 2025 trends that I'm skipping. I think that's what we're going to call it. Trends that I'm skipping. All right, so let's talk. Um, so the first one would be low-rise jeans. Now, I was a huge, huge fan of low-rise jeans when they first came out. I remember buying a pair of the Brazilian jeans. Does anybody remember? They weren't even jeans. They were like just straight up cotton and spandex. And they came with like their own belt attached. And they were super low rise. I think the rise was like 2 inches. It was ridiculous. I'm going to put a picture up, obviously, of all of these trends as we go. I wore those pants. I wish we had cameras, the same way. I have so many pictures of myself and like what I've been wearing over the past few years, but like I don't know, we were just like enigmas back in the early 2000s, just going about our life. There were so many things that I had and that I loved, and very, very few pictures, very few pictures. So I loved them. I wore them. I can so clearly see the outfit in my mind's eye. It was a pair of very light blue. I had a bunch of pairs, but my favorite pair was this light blue pair with the belt attached. And like the belt had like these big silver grommets. And I wore it with a um, with a cropped top. I, uh, honestly, I wore it with wife beaters. That's usually like that was like my summer outfit. Those jeans and a pair, like a wife beater, and probably a pair of flip flops from Old Navy, and maybe whatever was the bag of the moment, and yeah, that was like the daily outfit. But the outfit that I remember in my mind was like this crop top baby fat shirt and those jeans and a pair of they're probably Steve Madden like candies like mules. Oh, it was so good back then. It was so good with some chandelier earrings to match that. I can see it. I can see myself like walking down the street in that outfit. And yeah, good times. But it's, over 20 years later, and I've since had 2 kids, and I am definitely, definitely not wearing low rise jeans ever again. Out. It's out for me. If you can still carry it off, if you can still wear it. I remember, so I used to work as a bartender, like through college. And I worked with this girl who was super cute. I don't remember her name. She was so pretty. She was so cute. She was so nice. But I remember meeting her the first day, and she was wearing low rise because we all wore low rise pants back then. But I guess whatever, we had to wear all black behind the bar, right? So she was wearing some sort of like low rise pants, and she turned around and she had back dimples. And I was like, oh my God, I was obsessed with back dimples ever since. So if you can get away with a low rise pair of pants and you have back dimples to match to boot, you are killing it. For me, I don't have back dimples. I wish. And I don't have, I just, it's not, I'm too old for it. Like I'll be honest, I don't like ever saying that. Like I feel like the minute you start putting age limits on yourself and what you wear is the minute that you start feeling and acting old. And I refuse. I refuse. I will wear what I want until I am off of this earth, because I feel like that's what makes fashion fun. Like, and I don't care if you think that my jacket is stupid, or if you think that like I shouldn't be wearing Crocs, or just whatever the things that I like that I wear, that, you know, I don't care. But in this case, yeah, if I thought I would look good in low rise and I was comfortable in it, I would do it. But it's not for my body type anymore. So sadly, but it's not. So I will be skipping that trend. Next is Fisherman Sandals. Okay, so Fisherman Sandals. Where did I see this? Okay, I don't know if it was a video or if it was like on Instagram or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I recently saw something, a video somewhere, whether it was on, like I said, whether it was on YouTube or maybe it was on TikTok or maybe it was on Instagram. I really have no idea. But it was somebody talking about Gwyneth Paltrow wearing fisherman sandals and how they are the sandal of the summer. For an ugly shoe guy, I like ugly shoes. I do. I wear Crocs. I love my Crocs. I love my Jibbits. I don't care about, like, I'm not, like, my style is not, I'm all over the place. My style is not 100% feminine. I don't care if I look feminine or masculine or androgynous. Like, if I like it, I will wear it. The fisherman sandal, however, is like the it's like the grill master's sandal. Like, that's how that's how I feel about the fisherman sandal. To me, it reminds me of like your uncle on the grill in the middle of summer flipping burgers, and he's wearing these sandals. That's what that sandal looks like to me. I hate them. I think they look, I'm sure that some people can carry them off. Just like everything that I'm saying, like, I'm sure that somebody somewhere can wear these sandals and like make them look incredible, or like these things and make them look great. But for me, the fisherman sandal is a absolute no go. They look very like orthopedic to me. And while I'm not against orthopedic shoes as a whole, like I do like the dad sneakers still. I mean, I think we're kind of coming out of that trend. I do like the dad sneakers quite a bit, and I do like the dad sandals. So you know what? I take it back with the orthopedic, because I like the Chanel dad sandals. I have I have a bunch of cheap rays, which I guess like are kind of orthopedic-ish. But the fisherman sandals are on a whole nother level. I just, like I said, I feel like it is like the dad sandal of the summer. It is the ones you buy in Walmart. I don't know if you guys heard that. Something was beeping. It's the ones you buy in Walmart, or like in like Payless from when I was growing up. They were like the brown, big, clunky man sandals. Or like if you had like a foot injury, that's what you were wearing. So yeah, nope. I'll pass on that. The next one is jellies. So I love jellies. I think we've talked about this before. I love a jelly. I love a jelly sandal so much. I've talked about them. I've linked different jelly sandals from Amazon. Like, I was really into the actually like and I'm not a big the row fan, but I linked some like dupes of those jelly sandals from, I don't know, was it last year, the year before, from Amazon. I know that they pulled them because apparently they were breaking on everybody, and for like $1,000 for a jelly sandal, like to just like snap on people when they're walking, is crazy talk. But I do love them. I have a pair. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. Either way, I bought a pair of like sort of dupes. They're not exactly, but they're like caged jelly shoes from Jeffrey Campbell. And I wore them once, and my feet were destroyed. Now, obviously, we all remember that from back in the day. I am sure if you grew up in the 80s, or maybe even the 90s, wearing, and probably even before, but I grew up in the 80s, and jelly sandals you had to have them. You had to have them. So like when I was like super little, you would wear like the caged, kind of like fisherman sandals, sort of, right? But like in the jelly version, like the super old school Mary Jane type of, well, it was like a T-strap, I guess, right? Jelly sandal. And I'm sure that I had them in all the colors. I loved those. Those were actually the more comfy version. And you'd wear them like, I don't know, for me, like I grew up wearing them like to the park so that you could like run in the sprinklers and stuff. They were like Crocs before Crocs, I guess, because my kids grew up wearing Crocs or like Nike like water shoes or whatever. So when we would go to the park, they could get wet and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, so the jelly sandals were super cute. But I also remember that when I was like 5 or 6, my mother got me a pair of like blue glitter ones from, I don't know where they were from. So maybe like, what were like Favor? Does anybody remember Favor shoes? I don't know if they were everywhere, but they were definitely in New York. I don't know. You guys let me know if you remember Favor. Anyway, I think that's where we got them from. And they were blue and they were glittery, and they had like a little half an inch heel. And my feet were bleeding from those shoes. I remember we were out and like walking around the city, and my feet, I've never felt pain. Like that was the first intro I had into like painful shoe situations and like what was to come with like heels and stuff in my future. Destroyed. Feet were destroyed. And yeah, so that was when I, getting back to the point, when I got my Jeffrey Campbell sandals, I wore them and it was like a time machine back to that day wearing those blue glittery. What is wrong with me? Those blue glittery, the blue glittery jellies with the heel from back in the day. It was like the same thing all over again. I couldn't walk, like I literally, I couldn't put my foot into another pair of closed shoes for days after I wore those Jeffrey Campbell shoes. So anyway, I'm going to be skipping it, not because I don't love it, but because I'm not going to buy another pair and have it end up the same way as the Jeffrey Campbells, because it's just not worth it. Like, it's just not worth it to like eat up my feet. It's just not worth it. I am way more into comfort now than I have ever been. I want to be able to walk, enjoy my life. Yeah, it's just though like foot pain is just not worth it to me anymore. So I won't be doing that. Next, all right, next is booty shorts. I love it for you guys. Anybody who can wear booty shorts, like showing the bottom of your ass cheeks, I wish it was me. I do wish it was me. It has never been me. Never in my life have I ever felt like I was in a position to wear anything like that. I look at you guys. Obviously, I'm in Miami and there's a lot of people walking around with booty shorts. And I know that, actually we're gonna talk about two ends of the short spectrum. But for booty shorts, I wish. I wish, guys. I totally, totally wish I would buy them in a second. I don't care how old I am. I would buy them in a second. I've just never been that girl. I've never liked my legs like that. I've just never been able to do it. So I said, I'm in Miami. There's a lot of people walking around with their ass hanging out of their shorts. And I look at people with like these cute little like booty shorts and like little like short outfits. And I'm like, oh, if if only I could be you, I would wear it in a second. If it I wish it was me. I wish it was me. But it is yeah, it is so not me. I can't do it. I wish. I got nothing else to say about the booty shorts except for the fact that I envy those that can wear it, but it is a skip on my 2025 list. I wish, but yeah. All right, guys. Next would be jorts slash Bermuda shorts. I'm really sad saying this. I am really sad saying this because I had mentioned these shorts, and if you have seen like my previous vlogs and shopping vlogs and things like that, I have mentioned jorts quite a few times, and I was like, I am so happy that long shorts are back because again, I hate my legs, and I love I love the idea of like us people that hate our legs being able to wear shorts in the summertime. You know what I mean? Well, I have spent the last 3 to 4 months looking for a good pair of jorts for myself. I have looked for them in denim. I have looked for like just straight up Bermuda style shorts, like to the knee. I have tried on so many, and at this point in time, I have not found one yet that I thought was flattering. So it is with a heavy heart that I say that this is a trend that I will be skipping until I find the right pair. I don't know if I foresee it. That's why I put it on this list, because I was like, this might be a trend that, like, by the time I find a pair of jorts that work for me, it might be too late. Like, this trend might be over. And while I definitely am I feel like my taste is on the trendier side. Like, I do like a good trend. And like, I know that some people are like classic and they like to buy things like that will last them forever. And I love that too. If it will last me forever, I'm happy about it. But I do definitely get wrapped up in trends. I absolutely do. I 100% I do. What can I say? So anyway, I'm hoping that I will find a pair that will fit me before this becomes a thing of the past, and where people, like, in a few years are gonna be like, oh my God, that looks so 2025. Like, that looks so mid-20s. Ew. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. My eyes are open. I am looking for them. If you guys have any suggestions, I am bottom heavy and I have big calves. And I think that's why, like, my legs are just like bigger. And I think that's why for me, like, shorts in any length obviously are a very hard thing for me to find, because somehow, like, even if they fit, it just doesn't mean that they hit in the right place, or it doesn't mean that, like, and then when they're too long, because my calves are big, like, I just feel like it just is not a good look for me. So anyway, if you have any good ideas about, if you have a similar body type and you have found some amazing jorts, like, send them my way, please, because I am looking. Okay. All right, guys, hopefully everything looks the same. I had to stop the video and restart it because I was getting a phone call. So anyway, and then I had to adjust the camera, and then so we might kind of be a little bit off, but hopefully not, just because I moved this over. It's just, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. So the very last thing would be ballet sneakers. All right, guys, I'd like to know, what do you guys think about ballet sneakers? What do you think? Um, what do I think about ballet sneakers? I am skipping this trend. So I am not against a, I'm not against at all a low profile sneaker. So I'm into like the Puma Speed Cats, or I forget, what are they called? The ones like the Japanese brand. I don't know. I like those. I'm into them. I like a slim sneaker, but the ballet version, and I'm gonna put it up here. They're like the very, like, they look like a ballet shoe. They like have like satin laces, and they're very feminine. And I don't know. Like, I think again, I am like, so most trends. What can I say? Most trends, like, I will somehow over time decide that I'm like, yeah, I like that. If I see something enough, like, I can definitely be sold. So, like, there's few things that I can say, like, I actually hate and would never wear, because if I see somebody doing it the right way, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So I'm like very, like, open-minded when it comes to fashion. So I'm not saying that I can't be swayed to also enjoy looking at a ballet sneaker. But I guess this conversation is more about the trends that I'm skipping, and not really what I'm not liking, more like what I'm just not buying into, I guess, right? I should have prefaced that in the beginning, but that's just kind of, I guess, what it is. The ballet sneaker, I just don't think I've seen it done correctly yet. Like, I I like an outfit. This last one, I don't know. Maybe I should have thought this through a little bit more. I usually don't think things through before we speak, though. I'll be honest. I usually am just like, yep, I'm gonna talk about that, and then it's kind of like however I feel in the moment, guys. So I don't plan. I don't write a script. This is just all like us talking, eat like as if we were like out to lunch, and like, just, it's off the top of the head. Um, yeah. So I haven't really thought about my reasons why on the ballet sneaker before talking to you guys. However, I just haven't seen it done correctly yet, and I don't know how I would do it. So in fashion, I like a bit of juxtaposition. Like while I like an all feminine outfit, usually if it's some like I like it on other people. If it's something that I'm wearing and it's like a really pretty dress or something, I feel more confident if I'm wearing the really pretty dress, right? And then I have something that's like anti the pretty dress. So maybe there's shoes that don't fully match, or like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or like I'll wear like casual clothes. This is more the route that I go. I'll wear very casual clothes with like dressy jewelry and like dressy bags, but my clothes will be like sweatpants and Crocs. You know what I'm saying? So I like that kind of like that juxtaposition. I like that the opposites, right? That's for me, that makes me the most comfortable. It balances, I guess, what I'm wearing. So I think if I feel like the ballet sneaker could be done correctly if it's done in a way that's unexpected. So maybe you're wearing the ballet sneaker with like really ripped up jeans and like chunky jewelry, or like something like the sneakers are ballet, but like the outfit is punk. I don't know. Like maybe something like that would work for me. I just haven't seen it like executed the way that I would like to see it executed yet, but I don't know the way that I would like to see it executed yet. So number one, I am not allowed to buy any sneakers this year. I already said it. It was on my 2025 what not to buy list, what I am not going to be spending my money on this year. And I have done pretty well with this sneaker situation. I have not bought any sneakers this year, actually. And that's pretty good for me because I love sneakers and I never wear them. So that is one reason why I'm not buying these sneakers. But the other reason is just I don't know yet how they could possibly work. And I'm sure they can. But for me, I'm skipping it because I'm not buying sneakers, but I'm also skipping it because I just don't see them in my wardrobe. I think on somebody they might look cute, but I kind of also think they're a little silly. But you might think what I wear is a little silly, so that's okay. And I'm not opposed to silliness in clothing and accessories at all. So I don't know. Anyway, that wasn't really a very good explanation of why I don't like it, but here we are. We are at the end. I have nothing else to say about it. It was the last on my list, I think, for a reason. And I put it on there like the other day. I was like, oh, wait, ballet sneakers. I don't like them. And that was, that was how that went. But I didn't really think of a reason behind it. It is just that I don't like them and I don't know how I would execute them. So if you have them and you have worn them with something that you think is adorable, let me know because I would love to see them done correctly because I don't think like inherently that it's not a bad trend. I haven't seen it done right yet. Like the way that I think would be right. So anyway, that's all. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have made it this far, I truly appreciate you listening to my discussion on these trends that I am skipping and just for staying and for being here. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. Again, once we get to 3,000, there will be a giveaway. So take a look at all of that in the description box. Other than that, I am going to put my Instagram handle here one more time, just in case you did not already go over there and follow me. Because if you have an Instagram account, then why are you not? And yeah, that's all, guys. That's all I got for you. If you are not done watching me yet and you would like to continue, I'm going to leave another video over here that YouTube thinks that you will enjoy. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.